the world. What? Now we're ready?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, Montrose County and aviation geeks around the world. I'm Lieutenant Joe Facepunch Swindell, and I'm going to take you on a live tour of the Montrose Static Display Air Show. To our left, we've got the SH-60 Romeo. This is a carrier helicopter operated by the United States Navy. It's the Navy's variant of the Black Hawk, and it does sonobuoy dipping, and it does the anti-submarine warfare for the aircraft carrier and small boys. So it'll go out on cruisers, destroyers, and other ships, and it'll help find bad guys and other ships. And there are some of our sweet aviation professionals that operate that aircraft. Look at those, the finest young men in the fleet. They didn't have jet grades though. So over here to our right, this is the baseline model that everybody in the Navy starts flying. This is called the T6 Bravo Texan II. Just recently, this aircraft came online replacing the T-34 turbomanner. 1,200 shaft horsepower from a PT-6A turboprop engine. Instructor usually sits in the back, pilot's up front. It's got a full glass cockpit and a heads-up display. Moving to our left, we've got the CH-47 Chinook operated by the United States Army. This is the medium heavy lift helicopter. It can sling load up to what? 50,000 pounds from the hook hanging underneath it. It's got a tandem hook setup and a tandem rotor setup as well. Did I get it? Love aviation. Moving on, we got the National Guard recruiter. That table's swamped right now.
Hey, it's early right now.
And to our left, we're passing some other Army helicopter that I don't know what it's called, but it's weird and it's got a door in the back. The Warren here will tell us a little bit about it, but he's on the phone. Additionally, a weird thing, that helicopter was flown out here by a Coast Guard guy. Don't help me figure that one out. I don't know what's going on. And because everybody's running away from hurricanes, we got another T6 Bravo Texan II, followed on the right by a T-44 Charlie. This is the multi-engine training advanced aircraft for the United States Navy and Marine Corps. So all the C-130 pilots for the Marines, P-3, P-8 pilots, and E-6 pilots, which we'll see here in a bit, fly this aircraft to learn how to fly multi-engine. And continuing down the chain, we've got two more T6 Bravos, including a Marine painted up one for the Centennial of Naval Aviation. Crop duster, that's a, what is that? It's a PT something. Here's a Care Flight helicopter, Eurocopter. These guys go and pick people up in mountain rescue and stuff like that, keep people safe. Let's go back to the military aircraft. Making our way over here, this big old girl with 4 engines. This is the Navy's the Air Force's KC-135. This is the primary tanker for the Air Force. KC-10's online as well. That's a DC-10 type aircraft. This one's based off of a 707, which has been a venerable platform that the Air Force and the Navy have both been using. This one carries about 200,000 pounds of gas and fills up all the fighter jets along the way, either with a soft drogue or a hard drogue. Up on the left, the big girl of the air show, the C-17 Globemaster III. This is the medium lift, long range cargo plane for the United States Air Force. And unless I missed my mark, the second biggest in the inventory. Other than that, I don't know a lot about it, besides the fact that the bald major flying, it's got a bit of an attitude. But as we make our way around, we can see all the lovely air show visitors for the day climbing in that big girl. And they're getting up to the cockpit, which is about a 15-foot ladder climb to get up to that thing. Kind of the world's largest bush plane, if you want to think about it that way. This thing can stop in less than 5,000 feet, operate off of unimproved strips, and still carry a couple 100,000 pounds of cargo. On the right, we have a TBM Avenger, as flown by a former President George W. Bush in World War II. Little known fact about that specific aircraft, it's crashed 3 times, so obviously they got a good track record. Coming up here on the right, an aircraft with a slightly better track record. One of the Navy's newest P-8 Poseidon anti-submarine warfare aircraft. We brought 2 to the air show. This aircraft is based on the 737, a very well-proven airline platform. And this guy helps find all the submarines and all the bad guys as well on a more large scale than the helicopters. Hey, Pat. On the right, this scuffed up old bird is another 707 base. This is the Navy's E-6 Mercury, and this aircraft, probably a little bit hard to frame it because it's so big, This aircraft is the Navy's nuclear command aircraft, so basically communicates with submarines and is the direct line for the president. Gentlemen, how you doing? Good to see you guys. You need some water? Hydrate. Hang on. Sorry. In addition to giving you a live tour, I'm also trying to hydrate all the crew members, all these fine naval aircraft. Steve, tell us a little bit about your plane. This good-looking blonde young man is a RAG student, right?
Yeah, RAG student. Had my first flight on Friday.
First flight in this beautiful big girl.
Didn't cry. Didn't die. It's all good.
Yeah.
Boeing 707. Airframe. It's an E6B Mercury. Predominantly communication relay. Mostly from relays messages from the president to our nuclear forces. Got a lot of antennas, different radios, computers inside. Yeah.
Most of that is information you could have picked up if you read the pamphlet. So if you are coming to today's static display, please read the pamphlets on the aircraft so we're not answering the same question 736 times. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.
I'm going to take a little dip under the wing here. Got plenty of clearance because, again, it's a big girl. Hot Mike, the naval flight officer, and Bobby, an aircraft commander.
They want some juice.
Too late. We'll be back. On the right, the United States Air Force's C-130J model Hercules with its new 6-bladed props. This aircraft is the medium lift, medium range cargo plane for the United States Air Force, a real workhorse of the fleet. And basically the big version of God's Chariot, which we're going to finish this tour off on my airframe, the C-2A Greyhound. Here's another P-8, looks a lot like the other one, but a little less shiny because yours is older.
Tried and tested.
Now we get to the cool stuff that everybody cares about. Here's a sweet fighter jet. This is an F-15 Charlie, and a guy with a cool ball cap who flies it. That guy's a fighter pilot, ladies and gentlemen. And immediately to that aircraft's right, we've got an F-16 Charlie Fighting Falcon, a small, nimble fighter, flown by a former naval aviator, now Air Force aviator with the Colorado Air National Guard. Next aircraft in the line, this is one of the newer Navy aircraft as well. This is VAQ-138's EA-18G Growler. This aircraft is the electronic jamming platform for naval aircraft carriers, and the only electronic attack platform still operating besides the A-6B Prowler operated by the Marines, which it replaced for the Navy. The gentleman in yellow is derelict. He's the pilot for that aircraft. And he looks like he should be moving traffic cones right now, but he's actually a naval aviator, ladies and gentlemen. Here's another Growler, slightly older, and their pilots actually wore normal clothes today. And then coming up on the right is the Navy's workhorse fighter jet. This is the FA-18E Super Hornet. This aircraft replaced the Tomcat. Two variants of the Super Hornet. Single seat is the Echo, two seat is the Foxtrot. And this one was flown here by Commander Haney, the skipper of VAW, or VFA, whatever squadron that is. And now, well, let's start with this ugly thing over here. Over here is the future of naval carrier onboard delivery, but the Marines V-22 Osprey. This aircraft is a tilt rotor aircraft that can take off and land like a helicopter, carry about 60,000, max takeoff weight about 60,000 pounds, with about 12,000 pounds of cargo. And of course, they didn't bring their own tow bar, so they're borrowing mine. But take off and land like a helicopter, fly like an airplane. Those rotors will tilt vertically, and then they'll transition to forward flight. Very unique aircraft. Hoping desperately to replace this beautiful angel that we're pulling up on now. This is my aircraft, United States Navy's C-2A Greyhound, a venerable workhorse of the fleet. We bring passengers, mail, and cargo out to United States naval aircraft carriers. We can bring about 8,600 pounds of cargo, or 26 passengers, out to the ship. Crewed by 2 pilots and 2 naval enlisted air crewmen. And then one goofy flight doc standing over there trying to answer questions he doesn't know anything about. This aircraft's from VAW-120 with a training squadron where we develop future fleet aviators on how to fly this aircraft. Somewhere inside we've got 2 of our enterprising young students, miserable at landing, but they're getting a lot better. And she's a cherry. We're gonna just keep cruising around, just gonna observe how beautiful this aircraft is. There's John Hardy, one of our hard-working enlisted air crewmen in the back. Not a fuel cap master, but other than that, he's done really good for us.
I am. I lost one and produced another one.
We got 2 fuel caps now, John. Well, thank you all for joining me here at the Montrose Tribute to Aviation. Hopefully we'll see you guys here shortly. Have a good day.